Welcome to 30 Days to Greater Self-Love. I am your self-love and mindset coach, Corinthia Williams, helping women transform mind, body, and soul. And I do that by helping them embrace their inner power and live a life of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Listen, guys, if you have not already taken advantage of your free self-love quiz, go ahead and download that. The link is in my bio. The link is in the description. Download that free ebook and start your self-love journey now. Excuse me, not the ebook, the free quiz. Do the free quiz, and that way you'll know your self-love. You can measure and see where you are in your self-love journey. You might be a pro at this, right? You might be been doing this for a while, or you might just be a beginner and really don't know what self-love is all about, what it is all about. I hear people talking about it, but I really don't know. That is a great way to measure your level of self-love. All right, so make sure you do that. Also, when you download your free self-love quiz, you'll get 20% off my book, 30 Days to Greater Self-Love. And that way you can jumpstart your self-love journey and you can enhance it as well. All right. So listen, guys, today's topic, yesterday I did a post. That's why y'all need to follow me, because that's where we chat it up. I ask questions. I give people advice. I give advice. I get advice. People come to just share in the questions that I post on Facebook. So last night on Facebook, I posted a question, right? And the question was, what was the question? What advice would you give someone if they were struggling with loving themselves, right? What advice would you give someone? And I want to continue the question here in the comments. So if you're watching this on the replay, you can go ahead and put your advice in the replay. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can do the same thing in the comments, okay? What is your advice? If someone told you, your good girlfriend, your co-worker, your cousin, somebody came to you, somebody on Facebook inboxed you and said, what advice do you have for someone who struggles with loving themselves, right? And so I'm going to read some of the answers I got last night, which was so dope. Thank you to everyone who responded on that post. I appreciate all your advice, and I know it's going to help someone in the long run. So some people said, don't compare yourself, turn to God, look yourself in the mirror and accept what you see, speak life, speak nice to yourself, forgive yourself, affirmations, therapy, validate yourself, find out the root cause of why you don't love yourself. So that was just a few. One of the queens from the Queen's Tribe even suggests join the Queen's Tribe. And so if you don't know what that is, that's for women who are on a self-love journey, want to be on a self-love journey, and just, any woman who wants to be in an environment with positive, like-minded women. Is a private Facebook group on Facebook, of course. So you can join that. It's absolutely free. So somebody from the tribe saw the value of the tribe and said, join the tribe. I appreciate her for that. Put God first, right? Put God first. Seek God. Read the word. I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of answers from that question of what advice you would give someone if they are struggling with loving themselves. And like I said, I want to hear your advice as well, because the more the merrier. So on today, that's our topic, right? Because a lot of times we can give advice, right? And I want to thank everybody that gave advice. I really do. But are we practicing what we preach? Hello. Are we practicing these things that we said that, if it was somebody else, I would tell them to read their word. I would tell them to seek God. I would tell them to go to therapy. I would tell them to speak affirmations. I would tell them to do mirror work. I would tell them to do all these things. But are we practicing what we preach? Because I know for me, You guys know, you follow me for any amount of time, I'm very transparent in my self-love journey. I want to share my journey because I want someone to learn from what I learned and also learn from my mistakes. See, it was a time in my life where, once again, in the beginning, in my early 20s, I was doing a self-love journey and didn't even know what I was doing. And life progressed. Life went on. I remarried. I had more children. A lot of stuff has evolved since my early 20s, right? But when my mother in love passed away, and this was during the time where the pandemic just started, the kids were home from school, being homeschooled. My husband's mom just passed away. I had to shut down my business. It was a lot going on. Okay, so we're going to talk about these suggestions. See, we know what to do. We can tell somebody all day, hey, this is what you need to do, boo. This is what you need to do. Bop, 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 1, 2, 3. And that just like that. Why are you not doing it? But we also have to ask ourselves, guess what? Are we doing it for ourselves? Right? Are we doing it for us? Are we doing the very thing we would suggest somebody else to do? Did we make that call to make the therapist appointment? Guys, when I was going through that transition in life, when the whole world shut down, like I said, we lost my husband's mom, my mother-in-law. She was like the pillar of our family. The kids are home doing homeschool. I'm pulling my hair out. Like, it was a lot. But I tried to be strong for everyone else. How many of us do that, right? We be strong for everyone else, ladies. We got to make sure the kids good, the husband good, the house good, everybody's good. But what happens when you're not good? Come on. What happens when you can't show up for you? What happens when you're depressed? You have anxiety. You're sad. You're mad. What happens to you when you need help? Right? What happens then? Are we doing the things we would tell somebody else to do? Are we going to the Word of God? Are we making a therapist appointment? Are we looking ourselves in the mirror and accepting everything we see? Are we talking bad to ourselves? Are we frustrated? Are we holding our feelings in, ladies? Are we holding our feelings in? Are we trying to be strong for everybody else? Are we just being busy in order to avoid how we really feel? I know it's just not me, right? And so, like I said, when I was going through that transition, when we were hit with so many things and just my mind about to explode, trying to be there for my husband, my kids, trying to make everything work, trying to make make things normal again, trying to make things normal when my world was turned upside down. I had to practice what I preached. So like I said, when I introduced myself on every live, I said, I am your self-love coach, self-love and mindset coach, Corinthia Williams, the queen of transformation, right? Those are titles that were given to me. Those were titles and certificates and classes that I went to get validation to be a certified coach, right? I'm certified. I got some paper to back my name up, right? But when it hits home, it hits a little different. When it hits home, you forget about that certification. You forget about what everybody calls you, the queen of transformation, and you do all this, and you did this, and you helped all these people, and you have the Queen's Tribe, and everyone's looking to you for advice, and they messaging you for prayer, and you just the bomb.com, right? It hits different when it's you. So like I said, I thank everybody for chiming in and giving advice and encouraging people, because I truly believe it's going to help someone. Someone going to read that post or come across this live, and it's going to help them. But my question to you is that, are you practicing what you preach? So often, y'all, we take this self-love thing and we make it a cutesy, pretty. We put a bow on it and we say, yo, I'm in my self-love journey. I'm loving myself. I'm speaking life on myself. I'm speaking affirmations. I'm doing the darn thing. And we try to make it look pretty, right? But me being in this thing for over 10 years, teaching women, coaching women, helping women through their process, let me tell you, when it gets tough, when it gets hard, when you are overwhelmed, it's hard to remember what to do because something has struck you down. Something has blocked your way of really even comprehending. Yo, let me write down some scriptures. Let me get in my word. Let me look in this mirror and speak life over myself. It's hard to do that sometimes when you're faced with obstacles. That's why I always tell my clients and the ladies in the tribe that self-love is a continual journey. It never stops. You're not just going to get it. One trick pony and you're done. No, it's a lifelong journey. And I had to dig back into my bag and really do my work back in 2020. I had to isolate myself, pinpoint my issue, and figure out the problem. So what did I do? I got on the phone and I called a therapist. And I was doing FaceTime with a therapist once a week for 6 months. Then it turned into Then it turned into every other week, right? For another 6 months. And then, work takes work. Everybody, look, don't judge me. Everybody process is different, right? And then it became, call me when you need me. We go and check in every month. If you need more, call me, right? And that's how my progress went. That's how my journey went. And as I start peeling back that onion, getting to the core, like someone said, getting to the core of my issue. Why am I feeling the way I feel? Why am I anxious? Why am I depressed? What is it about me? Yeah, all these external factors exist because life be lifing, right? But what is it about me? What's making me afraid? What's making me sad, right? And so on today, guys, I really want to ask you, are you practicing what you preach? I love it that people gave suggestions yesterday, gave advice. But when the ish hit the fan, when life happens real bad, right? When life be happening real hard every single day, when we're faced with life challenges, are we truly practicing what we preach? Or are we speaking negativity? Or are we not taking those therapy appointments or even your primary care appointments? Are we neglecting our own health? Are we neglecting our own sanity? Are we giving of ourselves? Are we not obeying our own healthy boundaries? Are we allowing people to just walk over top of us? Are we being quiet? Are we being busy just to avoid how we truly feel? I know, guys, that self-love supposed to look beautiful and we supposed to be happy and goddesses and just flowing through the wind with our flowy dresses on and just loving ourselves and being one with nature and all these things we see on social media, right? When it talks about loving ourselves. But baby, this is a process. And sometimes that process get ugly because we got to dig so deep down to the core of us in order to pull up the weeds and plant new seeds. So on today, Queen, I'll need you to download your free self-love quiz. And I want you to be honest with yourself when you take this quiz, Queen. because the questions is going to help you open up your mind and realize where you are on your self-love journey. And it's okay if you need work. It's okay if you don't get it all right, right? Because each day that you wake up, that's another chance to walk this thing out. So taking the test, a quiz, is the first step. The most important step, y'all, is starting, restarting, beginning, enhancing your self-love journey. So that's why I made a 20% discount of my ebook, 30 Days to Greater Self-Love, all this month. So make sure you do the quiz in order to purchase the ebook for 20% off. You can purchase the ebook at any time. But if you want to get that discounted rate, take the quiz. The quiz is needed, y'all. And even if you have the ebook, guess what? Take the quiz again, because you want to evaluate what your progress, if any, right? So Queen, do yourself a favor. Start. It's okay when we fall, as long as you get back up. Life doesn't have any losses. All there are lessons. So learn from your mistakes. Shucks, learn from my mistakes. And do better for yourself. Take your own advice. Get up and get moving, y'all. Get up and get moving.